Their starting point is somebody else's finished product.
For such a huge brand to just come and steal something that I've created, it was a real kick.
Inspiration is one thing, but copying is another.
This is primer.
Yeah.
It's so bad. They're exactly the same.
It's pretty much identical.
It's Instagram that has turned everything around for me and getting horrified by what's happened. And both products were withdrawn straight away.
This is the one that I've got with me today. So as you can see, it's literally exactly the same as mine. Mine's a lot brighter and
Nicer. Better.
this is another one of mine that they've copied.
So what have you done about this then?
All I did was put a post on Instagram. They never got back to me about it, and I just didn't know what else to do about it.
I think even just the thought of approaching a solicitor when you're a one-woman business is terrifying.
I think that's also why some large companies target small businesses, because they know we're on our own.
And you're one person up against a huge, huge company. This was my original set. I made these in 2016. They were one of my first designs. Now this is the Primark.
This is primer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's identical, isn't it?
So are they still selling this?
Yes.
They've even done the ones with the stripes.
Everything is exactly the same.
It's so bad, isn't it? They're exactly the same.
The first one I had was a top with my slogan, my trademark slogan on. I had to be away from my kids, I had to have brain surgery, and it was being away from them that made me want to give them a superhero to watch over them. So our slogan is, "A superhero has my back." There was a top with my trademark slogan on, and it was just like someone was stabbing you in the heart because it was so personal to me. I thought there was so much publicity around it that no one would dare do it again, and it happened to me again. I had people messaging me on Instagram saying, "Oh, you're collaborating with Next, I've just seen you in Next." And you're like, "I'm not."
Oh my god. It's ridiculous. It couldn't be more similar. It didn't even use a different colour.
Since you tagged, whenever it happens, people tag me, so I go, "Oh God, it's happening again," and I'll go on and just say, "DM me if you want to talk."
That's what you did to me, and it did really help, especially when you can see somebody who has had a success story. 2 years ago, I had an order come through which was to send 2 of our crowns to Bowden headquarters, and then I started to get these messages saying, "Oh, congratulations, you're working with Bowden." And I was like, "That's not ours."
How did that make you feel?
Oh, like awful. So I put something up on Instagram stories, and then within a couple of hours there were hundreds of comments on there, and I got a response back from Bowden, and they agreed to take the item down and apologise for any distress caused. I know a lot of the responses we have had is that we're following trends. This is a trend.
Yeah.
But that's not design, is it? That's just fast fashion and following trends and copying it.
There seems to be this environment where they're telling themselves that this is okay.
And the inspired by, it's like, well, you can be inspired by it, but you can't replicate it. I've had people telling me that my designs are on the walls of design studios.
Yeah, me too.
And then you just feel sick because you're waiting for it.
I actually looked up, you can get it on their website, the designers for whatever brand has copied you, and then I've found them on Instagram and just blocked them.
A girl I know got in touch with me on Instagram when I put the post up about Pretty Little Thing. She used to work for them, and she said they literally screenshot smaller brands and then they just send it their suppliers in China and just say make this, basically. It's not inspiration, they're literally taking that picture and sending it to their suppliers that make this.
It's so wrong.
Supporting each other as well as independent businesses is vital because it makes you feel less alone. There are places where you can get free advice so you know whether you've actually got a case. When you get into the legal processes, they can try and make it go so slowly that you run out of money and you're like, I have to stop. But if you have got a clear-cut case, you'll get that money back because the brand will pay your legal fees. So you don't pay it in advance, you get the money back.
I'm just thinking like I need to be more, like stand up for myself a bit more and stand up for my business.
If we don't stand up for ourselves, it will just keep happening and we've got to make it stop.
When you buy off like smaller brands like that are made in the UK, you know you're getting a bit more ethical how they're making things.
I did have a comment on one of mine saying, but this is like 10 times cheaper.
You should look at how can somebody else make that for £10.
Someone's been hurt in that process, someone's been hurt along the way.
I think everyone needs to be a bit more educated on where are your products coming from.
The more we stand up for ourselves, the less it's going to happen. Agreed?
Agreed.